can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. At this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and veterans are encouraged to salute the flag.
Hello and welcome to Mount Pleasant Area High School for the first game of the night between the Yacht Cougars and your Mount Pleasant Area Vikings. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties that our camera is not working right now, but it will be up in just a few moments, all right?
At center is junior 23, Josh Obradovich. Forward, senior number 5, Jared Bates. Guard, sophomore number 21, Jamar Marvali. Guard, sophomore number 35, C.W. Waldier. And guard, junior number 15, Ray Halaharich. The Cougars are coached by Jim Nesser, assistant Brian Zerone, and Darius Brown. Now, Pleasant Area Vikings. At 6'4", forward, sophomore, number 0, Jonas King. At 5'8", guard, sophomore, number 5, Tyler Salvatore. At 6 foot, guard, sophomore, number 13, Nathan Babusky. 6'2", guard, junior, number 12, Jake Johnson. And at 6'1", forward, senior, number 1, Zach Lukula. And the Mount Pleasant Vikings are coached by Alan Belinsky, assistant Alex Dennison, and Bo Belinsky. And we have manager Landon John Carlson.
Hey, assistant.
Yeah. What do I do now?
Alrighty, folks. Hello, I'm Alex Cadillac alongside Katie Hutter, and for the next 4 quarters, we'll be bringing you the play-by-play for what we expect to be an exciting contest.
Yes, Alex, this has been a very competitive year for the Vikings. New head coach Alan Belinsky hopes his up-tempo offense will bring some light to a team that struggled to win a handful of games last season.
Yes, Katie, and if they were to do the same this evening, here are some keys to the game that may be important. The Cougars are wearing green and orange, and despite not having much success this season, amounting a record of only 6-14, they're still looking to triumph over Mount Pleasant, who beat them earlier this season by 1. The Cougars, who fell to most opponents this season, still managed to scrape up some wins against Charleroi as well as Brownsville. And if the Cougars want to finish off section play with a dub, they'll have to beat a Mount Pleasant team who has played rather well recently.
The Vikings are wearing white tonight as they take on the Yacht Cougars. Head coach Alan Belinsky hopes his high-paced offense and aggressive defense will lead him and his team to victory tonight against the Cougars. The Vikes have been very aggressive lately, leading to a little foul trouble, so we'll see what their approach is for this game. Aside from some losses this season, Mount Pleasant is still looking to up their game and get a win tonight.
And as we get back to the action, Johnson there on a two-pointer inside on the drive. And Yawk will take it the other way as Marble had the ball. Batch has the ball up top. Back over to Waldeer. Up to Obradovich. Back out to and Marble is fouled there by 00 Jonas King of the Vikings. That'll be Jonas's first of the game, team's first of the half, as Marble bangs the first here. And Marble no good on the second one there as Lacula comes down with the rebound. Salvatore the other way with it for the Vikings. Salvatore driving, kicks it out to Kubuski. Lacula up top. Johnson. Guarded by Waldeer. King up top. Back to Kubuski in the corner. Salvatore on the wing here. Vikings just swinging it here, trying to find an open shot. Johnson up top, guarded by Bach. Botch, excuse me. Kubuski with it now up top. Lacula, guarded by Waldeer. Jonas King tries to drive, loses it real quick, but tries to get it out to Salvatore as Batch takes it the other way. Marble with it. Waldeer driving. Marble recovers the ball there for the Cougars. Halaruch. And that's no good for two as Kubuski comes down with the rebound. Johnson driving. Kicks it to Lacula. Lacula driving. Lacula inside and is blocked there by Marble. Marble with the layup there, and that's a charge as Kai Salvatore draws the charge there, and the Vikings will take it the other way. Johnson to inbound here for the Vikings. Johnson with it here. It'll be Marble's first foul. Jonas King with it up top. Ty Salvatore with it. Up top to Johnson. King guarded by Obradovich. Kubuski with the three there, and Kubuski good with the three there on his first attempt of the game, pushing the lead to 4 here for the Vikings. Little over 5 minutes left in this quarter as Waldeer takes it in. Kicks it out to Hullerich. Back to Waldeer. Marble with it, and Batch with the three, and that'll be good for him on his first shot of the game. The Vikings lead by 1 now with 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. Johnson driving, kicks it over to King. King with the shot, and that's too far on that shot there as Batch takes it the other way for the Cougars. Johnson with the steal, and Johnson lays it in there for 2. Obradovich with it, and underneath the Waldeer. Waldeer's soon trapped, and Bradovich is blocked underneath by King. That's a nice block there as the ball heads out of bounds. Freshman Jake Bungard subs in for Jonas King, sending him to the bench. Waldeer to inbound for the Cougars here. Batch with the three, and that's no good off the front of the rim as Brander gets it there, kicks it over to Bungard as it hits off of his forehead there. Ty Salvatore with it now up top. Brander up top with it. Brander driving, and there's a travel on Brander as the Cougars head the other way with the ball here. Just a little over 4 minutes left in this first period as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Yawk. Lead the Yawk Cougars 7-4. Obradovich inside to Marble. Kicks it over to Botch, and Botch with the layup. Bungard with it now. Bungard with the three, and that's no good off the front of the rim by Bungard. As Hollerich takes it the other way for the Cougars, kicks it out. Salvatore with it up top. Bungard with it on the corner. Kicks it up to Luke Brander. Kubuski with it now on the wing. Johnson. Johnson with the shot. And that's no good by Johnson as Batch takes the other way. Kicks it to Hollerich. Back to Batch. And no good off the front of the rim there. But Hollerich gets it back. As Batch drives, and that's good for two by Batch. As the Cougars take the lead here by 1. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in this first period. Johnson with it now. Gets it up to Bungard. Bungard with the shot. And Bungard no good off the side of the rim there. As Hollerich takes it, Waldeer takes it the other way for the Cougars. Kicks it over to Obradovich. And Obradovich no good on the layup there as Brander kicks the other way for the Vikings. Ty Salvatore with it now. Salvatore driving with the shot. High layup, no good as Marbell takes the other way, kicks up to Waldeer, and Waldeer good off the backboard there for 2. Johnson gets it into Salvatore. The Vikings slowing it down here after that fast break by the Cougars. Johnson now on the wing, guarded by Waldeer. Salvatore up top. Back to Johnson as Johnson drives. Johnson's trapped underneath. Kubuski with the shot, and that's no good by Kubuski. As Hollerich comes up with the rebound there. Kicks it up to Batch. Marbell in the corner. Kicks it out back to Hollerich. And that's good for 2 by the Cougars. Actually, a 3 by the Cougars there. I do believe his toe was on the line there. I'm not so sure, but a full timeout by head coach Alan Belinsky of the Vikings. I'd like to also mention that tonight is a doubleheader with the boys' last home game against the Yacht Cougars, as well as the girls basketball team last home game. It is their senior night as they will take on West Mifflin at approximately 7:30 tonight. Acrobatic moves there by the Yacht cheerleaders. Salvatore with it here. Guarded by Hollerich. Bungard in the corner, back up to Salvatore. Johnson with the shot here. And Johnson good for 2 there, cutting the lead to 4. Waldeer with it. Hollerich with the shot there, and that's no good. As Waldeer comes up with the rebound, kicks it back out to Hollerich. Batch with it here, guarded by Luculo. Back up to Hollerich. Marbell with it. Back out to Batch. Batch with the shot, and that is good for 3 by Batch yet again, pushing the lead to 7 with under a minute left in this first period. Ty Salvatore taking it the other way here for the Vikings. Over to Bungard in the corner, back up to Salvatore. Brander inside. Brander with the spin move, and Brander no good for 2 as it rolls in and out there. 33 seconds left here as Batch takes it the other way for the Cougars. Tries to get it inside, but Bungard comes up with the steal. And Salvatore ends up with it here. Salvatore driving. Johnson with it. Johnson passes up a 3 there. Tries to lay it in. No good there. Under 20 seconds left as Marbell takes it the other way for the Cougars. And Marbell blocked hard. And a foul on Bungard. Not sure if that was the right call there. But Marbell will head to the line for 2 free throws here. Marbell to attempt his first free throw here for the Cougars. And Marbell no good off the back of the rim there. That's a brick. He may be building a house. We're not sure yet. 6'5" sophomore Jonas King subs in here for the Vikings, sending Bunger to the bench. Bradovich for the Cougars also heading to the bench here. As number 11, Pytlik subs in for the Cougars, and Marbell no good on the free throw there, but Batch comes up with the rebound. Batch with the shot, and good by Batch yet again, pushing the lead to 10 for the Cougars. Under 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and at the end of the first quarter here, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the York Cougars 19-9. Back to the action here, folks, as Hallerich has it. Marbell with it on the corner here. Marbell looking to pass. Kicks out to Hallerich. Pytlik with it now. Inside to Marbell. Marbell over to Hallerich. He's triple teamed there. York will retain possession after the ball bats off of Mount Pleasant's Zach Luculo there. Good defense there by the Vikings. Bradovich chucks back in for Pytlik. Marbell with it here. Batch with it up top. Batch for 3. And no good on the 3 there as Jonas King comes up the rebound. Kubuski with it now. Kubuski with the shot, and that's no good off the corner of the rim there. Batch with it now. Batch driving, and no good by Batch. Kubuski with the rebound here. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson pushing. Luculo with it. Luculo driving, and it's blocked by Obradovich. Batch takes the other way. Gets it into Waldeer. Waldeer good on the layup there, pushing the lead to 12. Johnson back the other way here. Johnson driving. Kicks it out to Luculo. Luculo looked to shoot, but picked up his dribble there. Back to Johnson. Kubuski with it now. Kubuski loses the ball, but it doesn't matter because Mount Pleasant will regain possession here. Kubuski with it now. Kicks it over to Johnson. Back out to Kubuski. Salvatore. Kubuski with it now. Johnson on the wing. Johnson driving and puts it up there. No good by Johnson as Batch comes down with the rebound. And that 3 is no good there, but Marbell comes down with the rebound. Obradovich now, and is blocked by King, and that's a foul. Not sure about that one either, folks. Obradovich good on the first. Jonas King with his second foul here in the contest. Mount Pleasant's third of the half. Obradovich no good off the side of the rim there. Luculo with the bound. Johnson heads the other way with it. 6 minutes left in this first half, folks. Salvatore with it now. Luculo up top. Back to Johnson. Kowalski with it now on the wing. King with it now. Luculo guarded by Batch. As Kabuski loses control of it, York will head the other way. Waldeer will inbound here for the Cougars. Gets it into Hallerich. Back to Waldeer. Waldeer heads the other way. Back to Hallerich. Marbell with it. Batch with the three, and Batch no good. Far on that three. Air ball as Ty Salvatore takes the other way for the Vikings. Kabuski with it. Over to Bungard. Back to Kabuski. Salvatore. Luke Brander. Back up to Salvatore. Salvatore drives. Gets it back. Ooh. Salvatore being a little bit elusive there. Out to Brander. Brander up top. Brander drives. Jonas King with the shot, and Jonas no good on that shot there. As Marbell takes the other way for the Cougars, and Marbell good on the layup there. Soft touch off the glass as head coach Alan Belinsky calls yet again another timeout. And if you're just tuning in with us, folks, with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in this first half, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the York Cougars 24-9. I will now kick it over to my assistant, Hannah Hutter, for a timeout announcement.
Thanks, Alex. We'd like to remind all senior high students that there is still time to sign up for varsity track and field. Conditioning is every Tuesday and Thursday. Make sure to check your email and click on the Google form to sign up today. Practice begins March 4th.
Back from the timeout here as Johnson will inbound for the Vikings. Quickly gets it back to Johnson here. Jake Bungard with it now. Over to Brander. Johnson. Nate Kabuski with it in the corner now. Back up to Johnson. Johnson driving, and the high layup doesn't go in there for Johnson. And a travel by Hallerich as Mount Pleasant regains possession here. Johnson inbounding here for the Vikings. Out to Bungard. Kabuski up top. Back up to Johnson quickly. Over to Kabuski again. Bungard with it. Bungard up to Johnson. Kabuski yet again. Over to Brander. Bungard now. Back to Johnson. Inside to King. Back out to Bungard. And Bungard with the shot. And that's no good by Bungard off the side of the rim. As Waldeer comes down with the rebound. Kicks it to Hallerich. Marbell. And Marbell good on the shot there. A little inside the three-point line. Kabuski gets it into Johnson. Just tuning in with us, folks. A little over 4 minutes left in this first half of this contest as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail 26-9 to the York Cougars. Brander driving, and Brander good on the layup there for two, cutting the lead to 15. Marbell with it now. Kicks it into Waldeer. Fancy pass there by Marbell. Obradovich inside. And Marbell with the easy layup there for the Cougars, pushing the lead right back to 17. Kabuski here. Johnson up top, looking for a play to set up here. Bungard up top. Kabuski. Kabuski with a deep three, and that's good by Kabuski, cutting the lead to 14. That's Kabuski's second three of the contest here. 3 minutes, 16 seconds left. Waldeer, ooh, Johnson with the steal. And Johnson driving. And Johnson good on the 2 there, cutting the lead to 12. And a timeout by head coach of York, Jim Nesser. A little bit flustered there after Mount Pleasant goes on a little 4-0 run, a 5-0 run actually. Yet again, I'd like to kick it over to the Hutter twins as they will make a couple announcements here for timeouts.
Softball conditioning has begun under the new direction of head coach Chris Brunson.
See one of the girls for the weekly schedule.
Back to Alex.
As we get back to the action here, Waldeer will inbound for the Cougars, gets it into Marbell. Marbell quickly trapped, and Waldeer heads the other way. Waldeer kicks it out to Marbell. Marbell with the shot, and that's no good by Marbell as Kabuski comes up with the rebound there after it's batted around a little bit. And Kabuski with the shot, and that's good by Kabuski on yet again another 3. That's his, no, yet. Correction, that's a 2. Not sure about that. But that cuts the lead to 10 as Kabuski mounts his 8th point. And ball stolen by Johnson as he'll head the other way. Under 2:30 here in the first half. Johnson driving, and Johnson off the easy 2 there, cutting the lead to 8. Mount Pleasant on a big run here. 9-0 run for the Vikes. Waldeer with it. Waldeer driving, kicks it to Hallerich. Hallerich guarded by Tui. Marbell with it now. Oh, Bradovich up top, kicks to Batch. Batch with the 3, and Batch no good on that shot as John. Ooh, ball batted away. As Batch has it, Marbell with the shot, and Marbell no good on that shot, but Waldeer comes up the rebound, and Waldeer lays it in for 2. Bring the lead back to 10. Under 2 minutes here in this first half as Kabuski has it here. A push on Luke Brander there. Oh, correction off Batch there. That's a push off. That'll be his first foul of the contest. Team's second of the half. Johnson will inbound for the Vikings here. And there's a foul on number 35 of the Cougars, Waldeer. Back-to-back fouls there on Brander as he tries to back him down into the paint. Salvatore subs in for Tui, sending him to the bench. Johnson yet again will inbound for the Vikings. Johnson with it here on the corner. Kicks out to Kabuski. Brander with it now, looking for something to set up. Kicks it into Jonas King. Jonas King blocked there by Obradovich. Obradovich, a 6'7" forward for the Cougars. A little bit of a mismatch underneath as Marbell has it up top. Coming close to a minute here in the first half as Batch has the ball. Marbell under a minute here. Out to Obradovich. And there's a travel by Obradovich. Salvatore with it here. 50 seconds left in this first half. Salvatore driving out to Kabuski. Kabuski with the shot, and that's in and out by Kabuski as Obradovich knocks it out of bounds. 43.3 seconds left in this first half. Mount Pleasant trails York 30-20, and Mount Pleasant will have another chance with the ball here. Johnson with it here, over to Salvatore, no good on the shot there as Waldeer takes the other way. 30 seconds left. Waldeer over to Obradovich. Back to Waldeer, Hallerich. 20 seconds left with Hallerich up top. Over to Batch. Batch guarded by Brander. Inside to Obradovich, and that's blocked hard by Jonas King. He called a foul yet again. 13.1 seconds left in this first half as Obradovich heads to the line here. And Jonas King amounting his third foul of the half. Obradovich here, setting up for his first free throw. And Obradovich no good on the first. As Zach Wakulos subs in for King, sending him to the bench. Obradovich to attempt his second free throw here. And Obradovich good on the second. Pushing the lead to 11 as Johnson takes the other way. Inside 10 seconds here. Johnson with it. Johnson driving and is fouled rather hard underneath, and he'll head to the line for two with 6.7 left. Johnson setting up here. Johnson good on the first, cutting the lead to 10. Johnson setting up for his second free throw here. And Johnson no good on the second as it's in and out. 5 seconds left. Waldeer with it. Johnson with the steal. 2 seconds left. Johnson with the shot, and Johnson no good off the backboard on that half-court shot. Wow, okay, that's cool. Hey. Alrighty, I will now talk to head coach Alan Belinsky here. So, Coach, what do you think your Vikings need to do to cut this lead down a little bit in the second half?
Wake up, play a little basketball, not just walk on the court.
Exactly what I was thinking, Coach.
Good evening. Tonight we would like to honor our senior students who make up the first ever Mount Pleasant area live stream team. This year, these students volunteered their skills to set up live streams of some of our home basketball games and other school-wide events for broadcast on our exclusive YouTube channel entitled Mount Pleasant TV. The seniors on the production team are being escorted today by Mrs. Pam Chalice, live stream sponsor and video instructor. Our first senior is Kristen Collins. Kristen works with all of the equipment, but mostly guards the camera up in the bleachers. She also controls the camera directions and features of filming. Broadcasting is fun for Kristen because she gets to spend time with her new friends of the Core 4 and Mrs. Chalice. She would like to thank Mrs. Chalice and Mrs. Gamita for all of their help and commitment to the live stream team. Kristen's future plans include attending Indiana University of Pennsylvania to major in forensic psychology. Kristen Collins. Next we have Isaac Caselli. He guards the camera and controls the camera. He also has the most team spirit in the group. Broadcasting is fun for him because he gets to spend time with his friends he wouldn't see on an average day. He also loves to help Mrs. Daddy Chalice in any way possible. Isaac's future plans include attending Westmoreland County Community College and moving on to further his education in order to become a marine biologist. Isaac Caselli. Next is Blake Woodmansey. Blake does just about every production job needed for the live stream team. He enjoys broadcasting because of his friends on the team and because of Mrs. Chalice. Blake's future plans include joining Our first of two seniors is Hannah Hutter. Hannah is a field reporter and color commenter, aka assistant to the talents, for our broadcast. She feels broadcasting is fun because she gets to have hands-on experience with something she plans on pursuing after high school. She loves spending time with everyone and being able to just have fun. Hannah's future plans include attending High Point University to major in communications with a focus on journalism and media production. Hannah Hutter. Our last senior of the evening and second member of the on-air team is Alex Cadillac. Alex is, quote, the talent, better known as our play-by-play announcer. He feels that broadcasting is fun because of the environment and the people around him that make it worthwhile, especially when he jokes around with fellow color commenter freshman Catherine Hutter. Alex's future plans are attending Penn State Barron to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering technology, as well as competing on Barron's track and field team. Alex Cadillac. Congratulations, senior, and thank you for all of your hard work this year.
I couldn't get it. They didn't give me enough time in between. What?
What are you chewing
I don't know. I'm all, what?
I was gonna say.
Everybody thinks I got a shoe.
No, Hannah, we're getting a picture. Oh, everybody. He had a key. He had a key?
Guys aren't showing up because they think they be too far off the team. Huh?
Alrighty, folks, as we kick off this second half, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings will have possession of the ball as Ty Salvatore has it up top, guarded by Hollerich. Johnson now, over to Kabuski. Ball poked away there by Marbell. Luculo with it now, over to Johnson on the wing. Johnson driving, kicks it out to Luculo. Luculo driving, kicks it out to Salvatore. Back up to Johnson. Over to Kabuski. Johnson with it. Oh, Ty Salvatore with it yet again. Johnson now. Johnson with the shot. And Johnson no good there as Bradovich comes up with the rebound. And that ball goes out of bounds as York will regain possession. Marbell will inbound here for the Cougars. Marbell looking, gets it into Batch. Batch driving, and Batch blocked hard by Johnson as the ball goes out of bounds off of Batch. Good move by Johnson there. Salvatore with it now. Over to Brander. Brander with the spin move, and there's two for Brander. Hallerich with it now. Over to Marbell. Batch now up top. Over to Hallerich. Oh, no, Waldeer, check that. Hallerich with it now. Marbell. Marbell driving, and floater good for Marbell there for two. 6:30 left in this third quarter as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the York Cougars 33-23. Salvatore with it, driving. Salvatore out to Kabuski. Kabuski driving out to Luculo. Luculo inside. Kicks it out to Salvatore. Luculo now with it. And Luculo no good on the shot there, but gets his own rebound, and he's blocked as Luculo will head to the line for two. Luculo doing pretty good on the boards here in this contest, as that'll be York's first foul of the half and Batch's third foul of the game. Luculo no good off the front of the rim on the first attempt. And Luculo no good off the front of the rim yet again as Batch takes it the other way for the Cougars. Over to Marbell. Marbell driving, and Marbell good for two yet again. Pushing the lead to 12. Luculo with it now. Over to Kabuski. Brander with it, and there's yet again another travel by Brander. Waldeer inbounding here. Gets it into Hallerich. Back to Waldeer. Hallerich now. As he's driving, and that's good for two by Hallerich. Salvatore with it here. Kabuski now. Kabuski pulling up, and that's good by Kabuski for three yet again. That's Kabuski's 11th point in this contest, cutting the lead to 11. Waldeer with it now. Waldeer driving. Waldeer good on the two. Salvatore with it now. Johnson now with it. Johnson driving, and Johnson no good on the shot there, but he'll head to the line for two free throws. That'll be Waldeer's second foul of the game. Team's second of the half. Johnson, no good on the first. Freshman Bungard and sophomore Tui check in here for the Vikings. As Johnson does not make the second free throw. Batch with the rebound. Waldeer now with it. Marbell good for 2. Pushing the lead to 15. Salvatore with it now up top. Tries to get it over to Bungard, but it's batted out of bounds by Batch. Bungard to inbound here. Gets it into Salvatore. Bungard back to Salvatore. Salvatore driving, kicks it to Johnson. Over to Tui, back to Salvatore. Salvatore driving, Salvatore with the shot, and that's good by Salvatore for a 2. Cutting the lead to 13 here. Hallerich with it. Luke Brander with the steal. Yeah! Athletic dunk there by Brander. Cutting the lead to 11. Waldeer with it now. Waldeer good on the 2. As Yock strikes right back after that dunk by Brander. Johnson with it now. Johnson driving and foul on the floor by on Johnson. On 35, Waldeer arguing with the referee here as he does not like that call. That'll be Waldeer's 3rd foul of the game. Yock's 3rd of the half? Should be 4th of the half. Tui with it up top. Johnson to inbound here for the Vikings. Gets it into Salvatore. Johnson with it now, guarded by Marbell. Over to Salvatore. Salvatore with the 3, and that's no good off the side of the rim for Salvatore as Batch takes the other way for the Cougars. Kicks to Waldeer, and Waldeer good on 2. As Yock will take their first time out of the half here. And if you're just tuning in with us, folks, with 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the Yock Cougars 45-30. Yet again, I will kick it over to Hannah Hutter for a timeout announcement.
Ever wondered who your perfect match is? Find out in the February issue of The Symbol, coming to the English Room soon.
Salvatore with it here. Bungard no good on the 3 there as Bradovich comes up with the rebound. Waldeer with it now. Batch with the ball here. Kicks it over to Marbell. He lays it up off that oop. Salvatore driving. And there's a travel on Salvatore. As 6'5" sophomore Jonas King chucks in for the Vikings, as well as sophomore number 13 Kabuski sending Bungard and Tui to the bench. Hallerich with it now. Kicks it over to Marbell. Marbell driving. Kicks it over to Obradovich. Obradovich kicks it out to Waldeer. Not sure if that was a travel or not. Marbell with it now. Marbell driving and athletic layup, no good. Obradovich with it now. Stolen by Salvatore. They're on the ground, and that's a jump ball as Yock will probably take it the other way. Hallerich with it now, guarded by Salvatore. Batch with it, and Batch driving, and no shot there as he's fouled on the floor. That'll be the Vikings' first of the half. That'll be Brander's first of the game as Tui checks in for Salvatore. Batch with it now. And Batch driving, and he's fouled on the shot there. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. That'll be Brander's second foul, I do believe. That'll be the team's second foul of the half. Actually, that was Jonas King's 4th foul. Probably going to give him a seat on the bench there as he's in a little bit of foul trouble. Batch no good on the first attempt as Laculo checks in for King. As Batch connects on that second free throw, that'll push their lead to 18 over the Vikings here as Tui has the ball. Tui driving. Tui gets it into Brander. Brander with the fadeaway, no good. Batch comes down with the rebound. Hallerich heads the other way with it. Batch with it now. Batch driving, and Batch air ball there on a layup. Swaldeer comes down with the rebound. Kicks it out to Hallerich. Over to Marbell. Marbell driving, and he's fouled there on the shot. He'll head to the line for 2 free throws. That'll be Kubuski's first foul of the game. Team's 3rd of the half. As Marbell will head to the line for 2 free throws here. And Marbell good on the first as Bungard checks in, sending Nate Kubuski to the bench. Chewy with it now. Kicks it to Luculo. Stolen by Batch. Over to Marbell. Back over to Batch as he drives. Batch no good for 2 there as Bunger comes down with the rebound. JJ heads the other way for the Vikings here. Johnson driving, and Johnson no good for 2. Batch with the rebound. Under a minute left here in this 3rd period. Marbell with it now. 51 seconds left in this 3rd period as Mount Pleasant trails the York Cougars by 20 points. Hallerich with it up top. .35 seconds left. Batch with the shot, and Batch no good for 3 as Johnson comes down with the rebound. Johnson kicks it up to Laculo. Laculo backing Batch down, and that's no good for 2 as Obradovic takes it. And that is a travel on Obradovic as he's knocked down to the ground there by Laculo. 23.5 seconds left. A little bit of a questionable call there, but we're not going to mind that. As Pitlick checks in for Batch. Johnson to inbound here for the Vikings. Gets it out to Tui. Johnson now with it. 20 seconds left. Johnson driving. Johnson blocked there by Obradovic. Marbella headed the other way with it. Waldeer with it now. Over to Marbell. Inside to Obradovic. Missed shot there as Trevor Mason comes up with the rebound. 3 seconds left. Johnson with it. 1 second, and Johnson with the half-court shot. No good off the backboard yet again by Johnson. And folks, if you are just tuning in with us, as we start this 4th quarter off, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the York Cougars 50-30. As we kick off this fourth quarter of this contest, Ty Salvatore will have it up top, guarded by Hallerich. Tui with it now. Tui driving, ball stolen away by Hallerich. Marbell driving, no good for two. Hallerich with the rebound, batted away a little bit, still gets it back though. Batch with it now, kicks it over to Marbell. Back to Batch, over to Hallerich. Guarded by Tui. Waldier now with it. Inside to Batch. Batch with the shot, and that's good for two off the backboard for Batch. Tui with it now. Rather young lineup in right now, comprised of 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and a junior. Only 1 upperclassman here. Brander with it now. Brander driving. And Brander with a travel. Obradovich will check back in for the Cougars. Obradovich, despite being 6'7", hasn't been much of a contributor in this game, Catherine. What do you think? What do you think about Obradovich's play?
Whoa, number 23 is lacking some presence here. He's there, but he's not there, Alex.
I couldn't have said it any better myself, Catherine. Alrighty, Tui has the ball up top here, guarded by Waldier. Inside to Brander. Brander backing down Obradovich, and Brander no good for 2. Ball batted away by Batch as Mount Pleasant will regain possession. And Brander good for 2 there, cutting the lead to 22. Despite Mount Pleasant getting a dub earlier this season by 1 over this exact same York team, they seem to be lacking a lot of firepower in this game, as Waldier just missed a layup there. Johnson with it now. Johnson driving, and Johnson no good on the 2 there, so Obradovich gets the rebound, but it's batted around a little bit. Brander with it now. Brander lays it up, and Brander no good for 2. Obradovich yet again with another rebound. Kicks it out to Hallerich. Hallerich over to Botch, and Botch blocked off the backboard by Johnson. Although Johnson was out of bounds there, and York will regain possession. 6'5" sophomore Jonas King, as well as number 13 Nate Kabuski sub in, sending Lucas Tui and Jake Bungard to the bench for the Vikings. I do believe Jonas King has just amounted his 5th foul. He will be kindly ejected from the game after those 5 fouls. Marbell good on the first free throw there. Pushing the lead to 23. And good on the second. If you're just tuning in with us, folks, with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in this contest, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the York Cougars by 24. Ty Salvatore driving, gets it into Brander. Brander no good on the layup there as Batch comes down with the rebound, kicks it over to Hallerich. Hallerich now heading the other way for the Cougars. Hallerich driving, kicks it over to Marbell. Marbell good on the layup there and fouled by Brander. That'll be an and 1. Let's see if he can be clutch on this free throw and convert on his and 1. That'll be Mount Pleasant's 5th foul of the half. Johnson with it now. He's driving. Kicks it over to Kabuski. Kabuski inside, and he's blocked by Obradovich. Hallerich with it now. Marbell with it now. Obradovich with it now, up top, guarded by Brander. And that's a timeout by Jim Nesser, Yawk's head coach. That'll be his second timeout of the half. Very acrobatic move there by the Mount Pleasant area cheerleaders. Waldeer with it now up top, guarded by Kabuski. He's driving, kicks it over to Padlick. Botch up top here. Hallerich with it now. Padlick. Over to Marbell. Hallerich now up top. Kicks it over to Waldeer. Waldeer driving, and Waldeer off. Balance shot there. Mount Pleasant will regain possession as Padlick knocks that out of bounds. Salvatore with it now. Mount Pleasant running Wisconsin. Not sure what that play is. Hope it works here. Johnson with it now. Over to Brander. Laculo now. Salvatore now. Inside to Johnson. Back to Salvatore. Salvatore driving, and Salvatore good for two. Salvatore inside. Little man scoring on the big guys. Hallerich with it now. Kicks it over to Marbell. Marbell good on two. Pushing the lead to 26. 4 minutes left here in this contest. Laculo with it now. Laculo driving, and Laculo no good on the shot, but he will head to the line for 2 free throws here, folks. Laculo good on the first free throw there, putting the lead to 25. Obradovich back into the game here for the Cougars, sending Padlick to the bench. Laculo setting up to shoot his second free throw, and no good on the free throw. Batch with the rebound. Waldeer with it now. He's heading the other way. Hallerich with it now. Kicks it over to Obradovich. Hallerich with it now, over to Marbell, guarded by Kabuski. Hallerich up top, looking for something to set up here inside. Over to Obradovich. And Batch with the shot, no good. Brander with the rebound, over to Kabuski. Johnson here. Johnson drives, and Johnson good on the two-pointer there inside. Putting the lead to 23. 3 minutes left as Hallerich has the ball here for the Cougars. Over to Marbell. Marbell here passes up a shot there. Hallerich with it now. 2:49 left in this contest. Batch with it now up top, guarded by Laculo. And a foul on the floor there. Mason and Tui check into the game here, sending Laculo and Salvatore to the bench. Hallerich with it now. Ooh. Marbell with it, guarded by Mason. Waldeer with it now. Ball stolen away by Kubuski. Kubuski with the layup. Up and in for 2 by Kubuski. That'll be his 13th point of the game, I do believe. Cutting the lead to 21. Waldeer with the ball here for the Cougars. And Waldeer's fouled by a pair of Vikings. That'll be on Lucas Tui. That'll be his first of the contest. Mount Pleasant's 7th of the half. That'll put York in the single bonus here. Waldeer, good on the first. Earns him a second shot at the line. And Waldeer, good on the second. Kubuski with it now. 2 minutes left. Brander with it now up top. Over to Mason. Under 2 minutes left in this game here. Johnson with it now. Johnson trying to drive inside, and Johnson no good on that 2-pointer there. But he is fouled hard underneath by Obradovich. Check that. That'll be Marbell's 3rd foul of the game. Team's 6th. As Johnson attempts his first free throw here. And Johnson good on the first. See if he can connect on the second. Lead cut down to 22 here for the Cougars. And Johnson good on the second attempt, cutting the lead to 21. Minute 50 left in this contest as Marbell has the ball here. Tui with the steal, and Johnson missed on the easy layup, blocked by Batch now. Johnson with it again, and that's a foul on Johnson. That'll send the Vikings into a single bonus here as York will amount their 7th foul of the half. 7th foul. That'll be Hallerich's first foul. Johnson, good on the first, earning him a second attempt at the line here. And Johnson good on the second, cutting the lead to 19. Minute 40 left. Batch gets it into Marbell and kicked by Johnson. Mount Pleasant still with possession of the ball here. Waldeer inbounding here for the Cougars. Hallerich with it now. Over to Batch. Minute 30 left. And that's a timeout by Jim Nesser, the York head coach. His 3rd timeout of the half. Yet again, I will kick it over to my assistant, Hannah Hutter, as she will make another timeout announcement.
Save the date. The Mount Pleasant Area Student Theater presents Annie on April 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Thank you, Hannah. Very informational. Hallerich with it now. Botch with it now. Batch. Waldeer now with it. Over to Obradovich. Back up to Batch. Marbell with it now. Marbell inside to Batch. And Batch with the layup. No good off the front of the rim there, but he puts it back up for 2. Offensive rebound and 2 points there for Batch. Under a minute left. Johnson with it now. Johnson driving, and Johnson good. No good for 2, but he'll head to the line for 2 free throws here. Yonka mounting their 8th foul of the half. Johnson good on the first, cutting the lead to 20. And Johnson, no good off the second there, off the back of the rim as Batch takes the other way. Marbell with it now. 46 seconds left. Marbell trapped there, kicks it over to Batch. 42 seconds left. Batch over to Hallerich. Over to Marbell. 36 seconds left. Batch yet again, 30 seconds left. Over to Hallerich. Back over to Marbell. 27 seconds left. Batch yet again. Over to Waldeer. Back to Marbell. 15 seconds left here, folks. Ten seconds. Batch with it up top. And that's the game, folks. At the buzzer, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings fall to the York Cougars, 64-44. I will soon meet with head coach Alan Belinsky for an after-game interview. Alrighty here. I will start my interview with head coach Alan Belinsky. All right, coach, what do you think your Vikings need to improve on to get this end of the season dub versus Geibel?
Our effort was a little better in the second half. Still wasn't good enough. Our basketball IQ, we're still working on a lot. We actually missing Sam Napper not being here. It hurts a lot. Senior leadership with some speed. He looks to score. He does a good job for us. We got to have somebody replace him, and we have to have somebody step up and do that.
Alrighty, coach. Now, at the end of this contest, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings fall to the York Cougars, 64-43. I'll be back with our second game of the night as your Mount Pleasant area Lady Vikings take on the West Mifflin Titans in a conference matchup.
SAG, and quiz team. I am also a 3-year letter winner for basketball and a 1-year letter winner for track and field. First, I would like to thank my mom for always being there for me and pushing me to my limits, even when I didn't think it was possible, and for always believing in me and being honest, even when I didn't want to hear it. I would like to thank my dad for always believing in me and giving me his shoulder to cry on when I have had a bad game. I would like to thank my brother Bryce for always pushing me literally and physically, as well as always being positive and there for me after the game, giving me up. I can't wait to watch you kill it next year. Next, I'd like to thank all my coaches for pushing me to the best on and off the court. Thank you, Coach Collins, for always being there for me on and off the court. I greatly appreciate it. I would like to thank all the coaches that I've had over the years, especially Jeff Cowell and my mom. I would also like to thank my grandparents, my aunt and uncle, my cousins, Andrew, Mom and Dad, Jules, and Tara for always supporting me over the years. Thank you, Allison, for always being there for me to patch me up and get me into the game as fast as possible. And also, thanks for always putting up with my sassy attitude and keeping me sane in stressful moments. I will miss you greatly. Last but not least, Melissa Davis. I can see myself in you. I guess you could say I kind of rubbed off on you. But keep that fire and don't let it go. I want you to keep thriving in the sport and can't wait to come back and watch you shine. My future plans are to attend Westminster College, to major in education and play basketball and compete at track and field. My most memorable moment of being on the team is my senior year practices. During practice, our water breaks were some of my greatest times because the water fountain in the hallway moves, and it would be my goal to get a drink and then have the next person in line not pay attention and then get hit with a bunch of water. Thanks, Spence, for starting that, and keep it going. Also, I'd like to thank Coach Giacobi for always calling me passive-aggressive, even when I was not. To the underclassmen, the best advice I can give you is, 1, have passion for everything you do. 2, have heart for the game and your teammates. And 3, leave everything you got on the court. If you can accomplish all those things, then you will be successful. You will never know how special these moments and earnings are until it's over. Good luck, ladies, and always remember, God thank you.
Thank you, Chloe Jaworski. Julianne Cowell is the daughter of Jeffrey and Christina Cowell. She is being escorted by Sydney and Allie Bailey. Julianne is a 4-year member of the basketball team and has led it all 4 years. She would like to thank her. Julianne was also a 1-year member of the golf team and was on the homecoming court. She would like to thank her father for all the countless hours and dedication he put into making her the basketball player she is today. She would also like to thank her sisters for pushing her and showing her the ropes. She would also like to thank her mother for always being there for her. It didn't matter if her game was 10 minutes or an hour away, she could always count on her being there. She truly wouldn't be the player she is today if it weren't for them. Julianne would also like to thank her best friend Tara for literally everything. Being there for her on and off the court, being more than just a friend but a sister. She wants to thank her for listening to her endlessly and for always being her best supporter, and for not judging her for her crazy life decisions, but joining in them instead. For all the late night conversations, thank you. Julianne plans to attend Westmoreland County Community College for ultrasound technician. Her most memorable moment was during her senior year camp when the team got into a water balloon fight and flooded her dorm room. Her advice to the underclass is take in these next few years. They go fast. Live in the moment, just make sure to have fun while doing it. And remember, never walk away from a practice or game knowing you could have given more effort. Thank you, Julianne Cowell.
Hi everyone, it's Maya. I'm escorted tonight by my brother Johnny and my best friend Alexia Stanek. My parents, Danette and John, are escorted by Haley Brunson. In addition to basketball, I'm a 3-year letter winner for softball. I'm an active member in SAG, Spirit Club, Student Council, Cultural Experience Club, and Biology Club. I have volunteered at Youth for a Friend Day, the River booth at the Glass Festival, the Lions Club booth at the Westmoreland County Fair, Overleaf's Country Christmas, and Clubland Heights. I'm a political player where I'm a team leader. I was also a member of the homecoming board this year. I would like to thank my mother for always being there for me, my father for all of his support, and my brother for sending through all of my games. I would also like to thank Tim Jacobs and Jeff Held for teaching me the basics when I was younger, Charlie Kowalski for teaching me how to love the sport, Fred Collins for coaching and developing me since the 4th grade. Scott Giacobbe for all the time and effort he puts into my team and I. Mr. Redeemer for giving me the best advice. Athletic trainer Allison Conley for striving to keep me healthy and in the game. My previous teammates, Christiana Chagan, Addie Kabuski, and Colleen Trainer for giving me some of the best memories of high school. I aspire to major in sports management at the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. My most memorable moment of basketball is the end of the year pit games and Dave Buster trips. My advice to the underclassmen is to always have one another's back, to be a good teammate and include everyone. More importantly, follow your dreams, even if they are out of the ordinary. Don't wish your high school years away, cherish your memory, and always live in the moment. 21 out.
Thank you, Maya Clayton. Coral Kohuth is the daughter of Paula Kohuth and Timothy Lundquist. Coral is being escorted by Megan Bradshaw, and her parents are being escorted by Casey and Carol Leach. Coral has been playing for the Mount Pleasant Lady Vikings basketball team since 7th grade. She also participates in track and field doing shot put. Coral goes to Tech for painting and decorating. Her outside interests are working with her horses and hanging out with family. Coral volunteers with the Second Chance Equine Association. Coral's future plan is becoming a veterinarian technician, doing online classes through Penn Foster. While doing online classes, she wants to do an apprenticeship. I want to thank my parents for always being there and supporting me all those years. I also want to thank Megan Bradshaw, Little Bradshaw, for being a great manager for our team and all supporting us winning or losing. The underclassmen never stop working at what you want. Everybody has their good days and bad days. My favorite moment was at Midnight Madness when we all went swimming and got along playing water polo. Thank you, Coral Kohuth. Brittany Brinky is our team manager. She is the daughter of Jamie and Brent Hotchkiss, who are being escorted by one of her closest friends, Emma Hodge. Brittany is being escorted by Anna Wisniewski, who has also been like a sister to her. Brittany is the president of the French Honor Society and French Club, a member of the National Honor Society, a letter winner on the girls' tennis team, and a participant on the quiz team. She would like to begin by thanking her parents for the endless support and always pushing her to do her best. Brittany would also like to thank Gavin for always coming to games with her to cheer on the team. Another thank you goes out to Anna, Emma, Kaylee, Kennedy, and Allie for all the laughs and memories throughout the season. Brittany would like to thank the coaches for this opportunity to be a part of such a great team. Most importantly, she would like to thank her fellow managers, Megan and Sam, for always making her laugh. The bond that they created throughout the season is one she will never forget. The most memorable moments during the season for Brittany was watching Megan dance during the pregame. Her advice to the underclassmen is to keep working hard because it will pay off in the long run. Brittany Brinky. Tara Lynn Tuccarello is the daughter of Brian and Lisa Tuccarello. She is being escorted by teammate Kaylee Hutchinson and her sister Taylor Tuccarello, and her parents are being escorted by Hannah Tate. Tara is Vice President of French Club and a member of French Honor Society, SAD, and AP Bio Club. In addition to being head lifeguard at Pipe Run Country Club, Tara has coached the MP Lady Junior Hoops In-House League for 3 years and has volunteered at various local community events. Tara would like to thank her parents for always giving her the choice to play, her grandparents for coming to the games, her sister Taylor for helping her deal with the reality that there are different rules for different people, Julianne Kelp for wanting her to try out in 3rd grade, being her best friend on and off the court, and always listening to her constant complaints. And finally, her former AAU coach, Kenny Johnson, who not only made her the player she is today, but also showed her what it is like to be a part of a team and gain a passion for the sport. Tara is attending Coastal Carolina University in South Carolina in the fall, where she will major in marine science. Tara wants to wish the underclassmen the best of luck in the years to come. Work hard, but remember to keep your priorities straight and have fun. And remember, Giacobbe, it's not me, it's you. Thank you, Tara Tuccarello. We would also like to take a moment to recognize the seniors from West Mifflin. We have number 10, Erica Flores. Number 14, Omri Murphy. Number 20, Elena Peel. And number 24, Allison Rositar.
What a wonderful ceremony, folks. Hello and welcome to Mount Pleasant Area High School for the second game of the night between the West Mifflin Titans and your Mount Pleasant Area Vikings. I'm Alex Cadillac alongside Catherine Hutter, and for the next 4 quarters we'll be bringing you the play-by-play for what we expect to be an exciting contest.
Yes, Alex, this has been a very competitive year for the Vikes. Head coach Scott Giacobbe hopes his up-tempo offense will bring some play to his team that struggled to win a handful of games last season.
Yes, Catherine, if they are to get a dub this evening, here are some key things of the game that may be important. The Titans, wearing gold and blue, have had some success despite not having a place in the WIPIO playoffs this season. The Titans, who have amounted to 7-8 record this season, have earned wins against opponents such as Southmoreland as well as Mount Pleasant. If West Mifflin wants to earn a win tonight, they'll have to beat a Mount Pleasant team who is also coming up towards the bottom of the section.
The Vikes are wearing white tonight as they take on the West Mifflin Titans. Head coach Scott Giacobbe hopes his high-paced offense and aggressive defense will lead him and his team to victory tonight against the Titans. The Vikes have been very aggressive lately, leading to a little foul trouble, so we'll see what their approach is for this game. Aside from some losses this season, Mount Pleasant is still looking to up their game and get a win tonight.
Thanks, Katie. We will now turn it over to our PA announcer, Mary Ann Bauer, for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
School district. Regardless of the outcome of today's contest, we ask that all spectators consider the time and effort that each of these young participants has put forth to represent her school. The purpose of this activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth for the participants, cheerleaders, officials, and spectators. They can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. At this time, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? Gentlemen, please remove your hats, and veterans are encouraged to salute the flag. And here is the starting lineup for the West Mifflin Lady Titans. At guard, sophomore number 1, Shelby Jennis. Forward, senior number 14, Omri Murphy. Guard, senior number 20, Elena Peel. Guard, junior number 23, Avi Adams. Forward, senior number 24, Allie Ressiton. The Lady Titans are coached by Bob Carey, assistant Paige Fiore, and Jasmine Trey. And now for the Mount Pleasant area Vikings. At forward, we have senior number 41, Coral Kahu. Guard, senior number 11, Tara Tacarella. Guard, senior number 12, Julianne Powell. Forward, senior number 21, Maya Flaka. In guard, senior number 42, Chloe Jaworski. The Lady Vikings are coached by Scott Giacobbe, assisted by Fred Collins.
Alrighty, folks, now for the tip-off of the contest between number 14 Murphy of the Titans and number 11 Tuccarello of the Vikings. And that is, I'm not really sure what to call that, but it will be the Vikings ball. Calp with the ball here. Kleka inside. Kleka no good on the shot there. Gets her own rebound, though. Calp with it now up top. Calp driving. Tries to get into Kakuth. And Tuccarello with the shot there. That's 2 points. Early lead for the Vikings here, 2-0. Peel with it now. Adams inside to Murphy. And Murphy good for 2. Calp takes the other way for the Vikings. Over to Tuccarello. Into the corner to Jaworski, and Jaworski with the shot, no good off the backboard there. As Janice takes it the other way. Kicks it over to Peel. Inside to Murphy. Murphy with the shot, and Murphy no good as Jaworski comes down with the rebound. Jaworski over to Calp. Calp inside, and she's fouled. Tuccarello to inbound here for the Vikings. Kicks it out to Calp. Calp with the shot, and Calp far on that one. That's an error ball. Maya Kleka gets the rebound, puts it up, no good. Puts it up again, and she's fouled as she heads to the line for 2 free throws here, folks. That'll be Murphy's first foul of the game. Team's second of the half. Kleka at the line here, attempting her first free throw. And Kleka good on the first. And Kleka good on the second, pushing the lead to 2 here. Peel taking it the other way for the Titans here. Kicks it over to Adams. Adams driving, kicks it inside to Murphy, back out to Adams. Over to Janice. Inside to Recitar, and that's blocked. Janice will inbound here for the Titans. Inside to Murphy, and Murphy no good on the shot there as Jaworski comes down with the rebound. Calp with it now. Calp taking it down court. Cop over to Tuckerello, and Butterfingers there by Tuckerello as the ball heads out of bounds. Canute shoves in here for Cahuth. Adams with it now, kicks it over to Jenis. Jenis with the shot, and Jenis no good off the back of the rebound as Kalp comes down with the rebound. She heads the other way for the Vikings. 5:50 left in this first period. Kalp driving out to Canuch. Canuch with the shot, and Canuch no good short there. That's another air ball by the Vikings as Jenis takes it the other way. Guarded by Jaworski. Jenis with it now. Over to Peel. Peel with the shot, and that's no good. Another air ball. Kalp taking it the other way here for the Vikings. Over to Jaworski. Jaworski driving, and Jaworski no good there as Canuch comes up the rebound. Canuch puts it back up, and Canuch good for 2. 4-point lead here for the Vikings as Jenis takes the other way for the Titans. Inside to Recitar. Back inside to Murphy. Murphy good for 2 there. Cutting the lead to 2. 5 minutes left in this first period. Kalp with the ball here up top, crossing center court. Over to Canuch. Canuch tries to get it over to Kalp. She comes up with it somehow. Kalp guarded by Adams. Over to Tuckerello. Inside to Kleka. Kleka with the shot. That's no good. Jaworski with it now underneath. Jaworski lays up a shot there, and that's good for 2. Murphy with it now. Murphy inside. Jenis with it now. Murphy inside now. Jump ball. That'll be West Mifflin's ball still, though. Kleka comes up with a steal there, gets it over to Tuckerello. Back over to Kleka. Jaworski now up top. Inside to Tuckerello, and that's no good on the layup there by Tuckerello. Easy bucket miss there as Mount Pleasant will regain possession here. Kalp with it here. Vikings lead by 4 with 3 minutes 45 seconds left in this first period. Canuch with it up top, guarded by Jenis. Over to Kalp. Kleka with it now. Over to Jaworski. Jaworski gets it to Canuch somehow, and that's out of bounds as Mount Pleasant will lose control of the ball there, and West Mifflin will take it the other way. 3 minutes 29 seconds left in this first period. Mount Pleasant leads West Mifflin 8-4. Murphy inside here. Short corner. Over to Jenis. Jenis looking for a play to set up here. Adams with it now. Adams driving, and Adams with the layup, and that is no good by Adams, but she'll head to the line there for 2 free throws. Adams, good on the first. Adams to attempt her second free throw here. And Adams good on the second, cutting the lead to only 2. Kalp with the ball now. Kalp over to Canuch. Over to Jaworski. Jaworski driving, back to Canuch, inside to Kleka. Back out to Canuch. Canuch with the shot. And Knuch no good off the side of the rim there as Adams comes down with the rebound. Adams over to Peel. Peel inside to Murphy. Murphy driving, and Murphy no good on the shot there as Jenness comes up with the rebound, puts it back up, and no good, but she'll hit the line for 2 free throws. And Jenness no good on the first as it bounces off the back of the rim there. And Jenness no good on the second as Knuch comes up with the rebound here. Kleka with it now. Back to Kalp. 2 minutes, 27 seconds left in this first period. Jaworski with the ball now. Knuch. Jasinski. Jaworski in the corner. And that's no good on the shot there as Kalp comes up with the rebound. No good. Kleka loses the ball there as Peel takes the other way. Now Murphy with it. Adams up top with it now. Adams driving, and Adams no good on the shot, but she'll have the line for 2 free throws yet again. Adams good on the first. Adams to attempt her second free throw here. Lefty shooter, don't see that much. And good on the second there. Second pair of free throws made by Adams in this first period as the game's tied up 8-8 with 1 minute and 54 seconds left. Gazinski with it now. Tries to get it inside, but stolen away. Peel takes the other way. And Peel with the Euro step, no good. Adams with it now. Adams for 3, and Adams good for 3. Titans take the lead now 11-8 with 1:30 left in the first period. Kalp with it now, over to Knuch. Tries to get it inside, but stolen away by Peel. Over to Jenness. Gazinski with the rebound, gets it over to Kalp. Kalp driving, and ball batted around a little bit as West Mifflin will regain possession of the ball there. Tuccarello subbing in for Kalp, as well as Melissa Davis subbing in for Kleka. Adams inbounding here for the Titans, getting it into Peel. Adams with it here, under a minute left in the first period. Jenness with it, now Adams. Adams with the head fake. Over to Jenness. And Peel with the shot, and that's no good off the front of the rim as Jaworski comes down with the rebound. Gets it to Knuch. Knuch driving left here, 40 seconds left. Knuch over to Jaworski. Gazinski. Tuckerell in the corner, back to Gazinski. Over to Jaworski. Jaworski with the shot, and that's no good by Jaworski off the side of the rim as Adams goes the other way with it. 27 seconds left here in the first period. And Uhouse is fouled there. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws. That foul was on number 50, Davis of the Lady Vikings. That'll be her first foul, team's 4th of the half. Uhouse good on the first, pushing the lead to 4. Stanek subs into the game here for the Vikings, taking out Gazinski. And Uhouse good on the second. Pushing the lead to 5. Knuch with it now. 18 seconds left. 14, 12, 11, 10. Inside to Stanek. Stanek with the shot. That's no good off the backboard. Chloe Jaworski gets the rebound. 6 seconds left. Puts it up. No good, but she'll head to the line for 2 free throws. 5.1 seconds left in this first period as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the West Mifflin Titans 13-8. Jaworski to attempt her first shot here, and that is no good by Jaworski off the side of the rim. And Jaworski good on the second. Cutting the lead to 4. 4 seconds left here. 3, 2. Shot is blocked. And that's the end of the first period. Calp with the ball here. She's fouled there by number 11, Sample. Adams with the rebound there. Gets it over to Lauren Newhouse, probably sister to Ashley, number 4. Sample with it. Inside to Janice, and she's fouled. By number 12, Calp. That'll be her second foul of the game. Team's 5th of the half. As Brunson will sub in for the Vikings, sending Calp to the bench. Newhouse with it up top. Over to Sample. Adams on the wing. Back up to Sample. Newhouse again. Reed with the air ball there. And that's a travel by Adams. Vikings will regain possession here. Kleka with it. Gets it over to Kanuch. Back up to Kleka. Tuckerello now. Stanek in the corner. Inside to Brunson. And Brunson up and no good for 2 there. As Newhouse took it the other way. Kicks it up to Sample. Sample kicks it out to Janice. And Janice with the shot. No good off the side of the rim there as Kanuch comes up with the rebound. She heads the other way with it now. 7 minutes left in this first half. Kanuch blocked rather hard by Janice. Jaworski subbing into the game here for Stanek. Jaworski with it. Jaworski driving. Kicks it out to Kanuch. Jaworski driving. Yet again. Gets it over to Tuckerello. Tuckerello drives inside. Puts up a shot. And that's good by Tuckerello. Cutting the lead to 2. 6:40 left in this first half. Mount Pleasant Trails West Mifflin by 2 points here. Newhouse with it now. Over to Sample. Inside to Janice. Janice with the shot, and no good by Janice. But she'll get her own rebound, kick it inside to Sample. And Sample is fouled underneath, and she'll head to the line for 2 free throws. That'll be Mount Pleasant's 6th foul of the half, Tuckerello's 2nd of the game. Sample good on the first. Murphy subbing in for Adams. And Sample good on the second. Lucky bounce there, folks. Kalp with it now. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left in this first half. Mount Pleasant trails by 4 points to West Mifflin. Knuch now, guarded by Uhas. Kicks it over to Jaworski. Up top to Kalp. Back to Knuch. Over to Kalp. Over to Jaworski. Batted around a little bit. And stolen by Uhas. Sample with it. Sample puts it up, no good. Knuch takes it the other way. That'll be a foul there. That'll be Sample's 2nd foul of the game. Team's 5th of the half. Knuch inbounding. Gets it into Kalp. Jaworski with it now. Back up to Knuch. Knuch. Over to Jaworski. Jaworski with the shot, and that's no good by Jaworski yet again. Murphy with the rebound. She gets it over to Jenis. Jenis over to Reed. Reed with the shot, and Reed good for 2. Kalp with it now. 5:12 left in the first half. Mount Pleasant trails West Mifflin 17-11. Kalp over to Knuch. Knuch inside to Brunson. She loses it. Kicks it over to Kalp, and Kalp no good for 2. Missed layup again. Reed going the other way, guarded by Knuch. That fast break was stopped quickly. Uhas with it. Over to Jenis. She'll attempt a 3 here, and no good off the back of the rim. Kalp takes it the other way. Got it back there. Kalp driving. 4:35 left in the first half here. Jaworski with it now, guarded by Reed. Over to Kalp. Knuch up top. Jaworski tries to get it inside. Stolen away by Schmidt. Uhas with an easy layup attempt there. Pushing the lead to 8. 4:15 left in this first half. Knuch with it here. Stolen by Jenis. She'll take it the other way. And good for 2. As Scott Giacobbe, head coach of the Lady Vikings, calls a timeout. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in the first half as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the West Mifflin Titans 21-11. I will now kick it over to the assistant of the talent, Hannah Hutter, as she will make a timeout announcement.
Ever wondered who your perfect match is? Find out in the February issue of The Symbol, coming to English Room soon.
Gotta love The Symbol. Heart and soul of Mount Pleasant area's junior senior high school. Kalp with it now. Kalp with it now. Kicks it over to Brunson. Jaworski up top. 3:40 left in the first half. Kalp with it. Jaworski tries to get inside to Kleka, but it'll be West Mifflin's ball here, folks. Uhouse with it here. Scratch that. Sample. Uhouse now with it. Kicks it over to Reed. And Schmidt no good on the shot there. Kleka comes up with the rebound. Kalp goes the other way with it for the Vikings. 3 minutes left in this first half. Tuccarello with the shot, and that's good by Tuccarello. That's a 3, cutting the lead to 7. 3 minutes left in this first half. Schmidt with it now. Over to Sample. Adams now on the wing. Sample yet again with it. Over to Uhouse. And Sample good for 2 there. Easy layup. Brings the lead back to 9 for the Titans. Kalp over to Tuccarello. Inside Jaworski with the shot. No good off the back of the rim. Adams with the shot, and that's no good. Jaworski with the rebound. Kalp with it. Over to Tuccarello. Kaczynski back to Kalp with the shot, and Kalp good for 3. Putting the lead to 6. Pair of threes by the best friends there, Tuccarello and Kalp. Adams with a 3, and Adams can't answer back after Mount Pleasant's 3 there as Tuccarello takes it the other way. Tuccarello to Kalp. Kalp with the shot, and that's no good off the top of the backboard by Kalp. Uhouse with it now. Over to Jenis, and that's a travel by Jenis. Knuch with it now. Over to Stanek. Back over to Tuccarello. Knuch up top. Stanek with it yet again. Inside to Tuccarello. Tuccarello with a shot, no good off the back of the rim. And Murphy comes down with the rebound. Over to Uhouse. 59 seconds left here, folks. The first half. Murphy inside. And Murphy with the shot, no good. Knuch with the rebound. Small but mighty Knuch is inside with that rebound. 46 seconds left in this first half, folks. Mount Pleasant trails with West Mifflin 23-17. Knuch with it. Over to Jaworski. Back up top to Tuccarello. 30 seconds left. Jaworski driving. And no good on the layup there by Jaworski. Murphy comes down with the rebound. Gets it to Jenis. 22 seconds left. Uhouse takes the other way. And Uhouse no good on the layup there. But she'll head to the line for 2 free throws with 18.5 seconds left. That'll be Kleka's first foul. Uhouse. Good on her first free throw attempt there. Uhouse good on the second. .15 seconds left here in the first half. Knuch with it. .5 seconds left. Knuch up top. 4. Stanek with the ball here. Tuccarello with the shot. No good by Tuccarello. And as we head into halftime here, folks, Mount Pleasant trails West Mifflin 25-17. I will now interview with Jared Wagner, senior from Mount Pleasant. Jared, what do you think about the first half of this game so far?
It's been tough. Shots aren't falling. We need to slow it down. I'm basketball expert like myself. I feel like the girls need to quit thinking about the next step ahead and live in what they're doing now. Take your shots, take comfortable shots. Got to be conservative when you're down a little bit, so play a little tougher out there, get balls deep.
You think the Vikings can cut back on this lead and come home with a dub to end their home trail here?
You know what? It's not going to be without teamwork. It's not a one-man game or one-woman game. Sorry. You can't play 1-on-5 ball. It's just you can't do that. It's got to be 5-on-5 all night. You got to lock the ball down and just get some good ball movement.
All righty, wise words from my fellow classmate and senior Jared Wagner. And yet again, as we head into halftime here, folks, Mount Pleasant trails West Mifflin 25-17.
We would like to recognize our senior cheerleaders. First, we have Bailey Hayes, escorted by Gabby Capello, daughter of Michelle and Babe Hayes. She's been a cheerleader for 2 years. Her future plans include to pass the state boards and get her esthetician and nail technician license. Her fondest memory of her career at Mount Pleasant is making high honors for the past 2 years and also having fun with friends. She would like to thank her family for getting her through her senior year and to all the cheerleaders for making her last year one to remember. She also wants to thank her boyfriend and her best friends, Sarah and Gabby. Congratulations, baby. Next, we have Carson Kavalewski, escorted by Beth Ann Casey and Emily Brown. Carson is the daughter of John and Tina Kavalewski. She has been a cheerleader for 4 years. Carson has been accepted into the Doctor of Physical Therapy program at both Duquesne University and St. Francis University. Her fondest memories of her career at Mount Pleasant is being elected captain of the varsity cheerleading squads by her teammate, being a 4-year All-American cheerleader, and serving as a member of the homecoming court. She would like to thank her mother, Tina, and father, John, for their love and support. Nina Giacobi for always making cheerleading fun, and for her teammates, especially Emily, Beth Ann, Ashlyn, Lily, and Lexi Cook for having her back, and Rhiannon. Message to the underclassmen: don't be afraid to stand up for what's right. Work hard, and most importantly, have fun. Congratulations, Carson. Next, we have Lillian Reardon, escorted by Chloe Marker. Lily is the daughter of Mark and Peggy Reardon. She has been a varsity cheerleader for 4 years. Her future plans include attending Robert Morris University to major in nursing. Her fondest memory of her career at Mount Pleasant is making the cheer squad her freshman year alongside her best friend and sister. She would like to thank her mom, dad, sister, and grandma for always supporting her no matter what, and her best friends Carson and Chloe for always making her laugh and sticking by her side through the years. Message to the underclassmen: everything happens for a reason. It will be okay in the end, and life is what you make it. Congratulations, Lily. Next, we have Maggie Soniker, escorted by Ashley Martin. Maddie is the daughter of Marcy and Jim Tartle. She has been cheering for 4 years, serving as captain her senior year. Her future plans include attending California University of Pennsylvania through their honors program to obtain an accounting degree. Her fondest memories of Mount Pleasant is cheering and growing up with her best friend, Danielle Hostetler. She would like to thank her mom for always being there for her. She has been her rock and has supported her through the many ups and downs of the high school career. She would also like to thank Ashley for always being there for her. Her message to the underclassmen: don't sweat the small stuff and enjoy the journey. Congratulations, Maddie. Next, we have Taryn. Sorry about that, Taryn. We have Taryn Lynn Ann Ward, escorted by Savannah Bancosh. She's the daughter of Patty and Keith Warren, and she has been cheering for 3 years. Her future plans include attending California University of Pennsylvania, and she will be studying biology with a concentration of pre-med. Her fondest memory of her career at Mount Pleasant is not easy to pin down. This journey has been extremely memorable, full of good times, laughs, and hard work. But best of all is having long-lasting relationships with the friends she has made throughout her high school career. She would like to thank her mom, dad, and sister supporting her at all the games. Also, Amy and Aunt Shelley for cheering her on even when they were not able to make it to some games. Her message to underclassmen: challenge yourself as much as you can, because life is about growth. Nothing is better than getting ready to graduate and looking back at the accomplishments you have made. Don't rush your years of high school, because it's over before you know it. Congratulations, Karen. Round of applause for all the senior cheerleaders. Good luck in the future.
And I'm not under it, I'm over it. I'm over on it. Yeah, and that's coming to effect. You know how to run the practice school, right? Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Hopefully
Uhouse with the ball here. Kicks it over to Peel. Murphy inside. Mount Pleasant will have the ball here. Jaworski to inbound. Looking, gets it inside to Kalp, kind of, as Murphy comes up with a steal there. Jenis with the ball now in the corner, kicks it up to Uhouse. Back to Jenis with the shot there, and no good off the side of the rim by Jenis as Kleka comes down with the rebound. Tuckerello the other way with it now for the Vikings. Inside to Cahuth, and Cahuth is blocked there, and that's a jump ball. Mount Pleasant will regain possession after that. Tuckerello to inbound here for the Lady Vikes. And that's a push by Jaworski. Not Jaworski. By Cahuth. That'll be her first foul. Team's first of the half. Schmidt with a shot. Jenis comes up with the rebound. And that's a travel, and Mount Pleasant will regain possession yet again. Tuckerello with it now. Over to Kleka. Kalp up top. Kalp driving. Kalp with a shot. That's good for 2. 7:06 left in this third period as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the West Mifflin Titans 25-19. Uhouse with it up top, guarded by Kalp, kicks it over to Peel. Peel now, up top, back to Uhouse. Uhouse to Murphy, Murphy back up top to Peel. Back over to Uhouse. Over to Schmidt, Schmidt with the shot there, that's no good. Jenis comes up with a rebound, back outside. Kicks it over to Murphy. Murphy inside, and Murphy, that's an and one for Murphy. She'll head to the line for a free throw here as they push the lead to 8 now, trying to get it to 9. That'll be Mount Pleasant's second foul of the half, as well as Kleka's second foul of the game. Murphy with the shot here. That's good by Murphy. Another left-handed shooter here for the Titans. Kalp with it now. Over to Kleka. Tuckerello with it now. Kanuch inside to Kalp. Kalp with the shot, and Kalp no good off the backboard there. Murphy comes down with the rebound. Kicks it over to Jenis. She's driving, and that layup's no good by Jenis. And West Mifflin will regain possession yet again. Murphy with the shot, and that's good for 2 yet again by Murphy. Some would say that she is eating in there as she has had 5 points in the past minute. Ball batted out of bounds by Uhouse. Mount Pleasant still with the ball here. That'll be Schmidt's first foul, team's first foul of the half. Kalp with the ball now, 5:50 left in the third period. Over to Tuckerello. Back up top to Kanuch. Jaworski trying to get into the corner, and Jenis comes up with the steal there. Kicks it over to Uhouse. Back to Jenis, inside to Murphy. Murphy again with the layup there. Continues to be eating in the paint there. Not much defense by the Lady Vikings, as the lead is now pushed to 13 with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third period. Looks as if West Mifflin is subbing in a whole new lineup of all 5 girls, and Melissa Davis will be checking in for the Vikings as soon as there's a dead ball. Kanuch with it. Over to Jaworski. Jaworski with the 3, and that's good for 3 by Jaworski, as Scott Giacobbe calls a timeout for the Lady Vikings. With a little less than 5 minutes left in this third period, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the West Mifflin Titans 32-22. Alrighty, I will now kick it over to Catherine Hutter, my color commentator on the broadcasting crew, for a timeout announcement.
Softball conditioning has begun under the new direction of head coach Chris Brunson. See one of the girls for the weekly schedule.
And what a wonderful group of girls we have on our softball team, as we are the defending 2017 state champs and 2016 WPIAL champs. Let's go, Lady Vikings. Tuckerella with the steal, but that'll be a foul on Ashley Uhouse. Jaworski to inbound here for the Vikings, gets it into Kaup. Jaworski with it now. Back to Kaup. Adams on Kaup. Knuch with it now. Back over to Kaup. Up top, guarded by Sample. Back over to Knuch. Tuckerello. Kaup with it. Kaup with the three, and Kaup no good off the back of the rim there on that three attempt. Adams to inbound here for the Titans. Reed with the ball here. Reed with the shot, and that's good for two by Reed, pushing the lead to 12. Jaworski with it now. Tuckerello. Back to Jaworski. Over to Knuch. Jaworski with the drive, and that's good for two by Jaworski. Cutting the lead to 10. Reed with it now. Reed trying to shoot there, gets fouled, and she'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Reed, no good on the first off the front of the rim. Kleka checks in from Davis, sending her to the bench with her second foul of the game. Team's third of the half. And Reed good on the second, pushing the lead to 11. Kaup with it now, up to Tuckerello. Tuckerello driving inside to Kleka. Kleka no good on the layup there. She gets her own rebound, tries to put it back up, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws. A lot of missed easy layups here, Catherine. What do you think the Vikings need to do to connect on a little bit more of their inside shots?
I don't know. I think the Vikings need to maybe drive a little harder. West Mifflin isn't playing a lot of big defense, so I think they could pick it up a little bit.
Wise words from freshman Catherine Hutter, as Kleka sinks her first free throw. She'll attempt her second here. And swish on the second, cutting the lead to 9. Down in single digits here, folks, with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the third period. Chloe Jaworski with the steal, Gets it up to Knuch, and Knuch no good off the bottom of the backboard there on her layup attempt as Sample will take it the other way for the West Mifflin Titans. And Sample will head out of bounds, and Mount Pleasant will regain position. Freshman Gazinski will sub in for Knuch, heading her to the bench there. Kaup with it now. Swings it over to Jaworski. Back to Kaup. And that's a travel by Gazinski. Rookie mistake there, as the freshman will turn the ball over for the Vikings. And Reed good for 2 yet again, pushing the lead back to double digits. Jaworski with it now, covered by Reed. Over to Gazinski. Kaup with it now. Over to Tuccarello. Tuccarello underneath, and good for 2 by Tuccarello. Lead now down to just 9 as Sample has the ball here, stolen by Gazinski, but that's a foul on Jaworski, I do believe. Uhouse with it now up top. Now Reed. Reed driving. Speedy little one there. Sample with it. Kicks it back out to Uhouse. Adams in the corner. Adams for 3. And Adams no good off the back of the rim there for 3. Another jump ball between Reed and Kaup. Kaup with it up top here. Kicks it over to Jaworski. And Reed with the steal. Uhouse with it. Over to Sample. Back over to Reed. Jenness in the corner, and Jenness no good for 3 as Uhouse comes down with the rebound. And she is fouled there by Tuccarello underneath, and she'll head to the line for yet again another pair of free throws. Pair of Lady Vikings checking in. Knuch and Stanek. No good on the first there for Uhouse. Tuccarello and Gazinski will be sent to the bench here. Tuccarello with 3 fouls now in this game. Team has 5 in the half. Uhouse, no good on the second. Clayco with the rebound. Gets it over to Kaup. Kaup with it now. Stanek with it up top. Minute 30 left. Clayco with the move. No good off the front of the rim there by Clayco. Uhouse with it now in the corner. Gets it to Reed. Over to Jenness. Tries to get inside to Adams, but it's stolen away by Clayco and Knuch. Kaup with it now. Minute 10 left in this third quarter. And Jaworski good for 2. Under a minute left now as Mount Pleasant trails by 7 to the Titans. Adams with it now. Reed driving, and Reed no good off the backboard there. Clayco with the rebound. Stanek taking it. Now Kaup with the move. 45 seconds left, and Kaup tries to get a Knuch, but it heads out of bounds. And that'll be West Mifflin's ball. .5 seconds left in this third period as your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the West Mifflin Titans 37-30. Sample with the ball here for the Titans. Gets it over to Adams. Adams over to Reed. 30 seconds left. Inside to Jennings. Over to Sample. No good off the rim there. Jennings with it now. She's driving. 20 seconds left. Sample. Over to Uhouse. Adams in the corner. 13 seconds left. 10. Adams with it now. Uhouse. Sample now. 6 seconds left. Inside to Jennings. And that's no good on the shot there. Brunson with the rebound. And 0.5 seconds left in this third period. The refs blow the whistle at. Not sure why. And that is a buzzer beater there for West Mifflin. And at the end of the third period here, folks, your Lady Vikings trail the Lady Titans 39-30. Reed with the ball here. Over to Uhouse. Sample now with it. Inside to Jennings. Wide open layup there. No defense by the Vikings. Pushing the lead to 12. Jaworski inside here, and Jaworski good for 2. Cutting the lead back to 10. Sample with it. Murphy. Back over to Jennings. Inside. No good on the layup there. Murphy gets the rebound. Kicks it back out to Sample. Sample driving, and Sample no good for 2 there as Clicker comes down with the rebound. Stanek the other way for the Vikings here. Calp with it now. Jaworski in the corner. Jaworski for 3, and Jaworski good for 3. Now cutting the lead to only 7. Uhouse with the ball here. Reed with the ball now. Reed with the shot, and that's good for 2 there. Pushing the lead to 9. Calp with it. Calp over to Kanuch. Inside to Kleka. Kleka driving, and Kleka good for 2 there by Kleka. Lead only 7 now for the Titans as Sample takes the other way. She slips a little bit. Jennings with the ball now. Over to Murphy up top. And Sample with the shot there. She's fouled, and that'll earn her a spot at the line for 2 free throws, I do believe. Fouled by number 14, Stanek of the Lady Vikings. That'll be Mount Pleasant's 6th foul of the half. Stanek's first. Sample good on the first. Pair of Lady Vikings subbing in here, sending Stanek and Kanuch to the bench. Kalp with it now. Over to Leach. Tuccarello with it now. Jaworski with it. She's driving inside to Kleka. Out to Tuccarello. Tuccarello with the shot, and that's no good. An air ball by Tuccarello. And the ball will be heading the other way for the Titans. Jaworski with the steal here. Jaworski with the shot, and that's no good, but that'll send her to the line for 2 free throws. Jaworski to inbound here for the Lady Vikes. Kleka up top with it, over to Jaworski. Jaworski with the 3, and that's no good by Jaworski. Murphy comes down with the rebound. Sample takes the other way for the Titans. Over to Adams, inside to Murphy, and Murphy no good on the shot. West Mifflin will regain possession yet again. Inbound into Murphy, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws yet again. Knuch to sub in for the Lady Vikings here, as Tuccarello will gain her 4th foul in this contest, team's 7th, putting West Mifflin into the single bonus. Murphy got on the first. Knuch and Brunson check in for the Vikings, sending Tuccarello and Kalp to the bench. And Murphy good on the second. West Mifflin now leads by 11. Knuch with the ball here. Jaworski with it now. Leach over to Knuch. Jaworski now. Jaworski with the shot, and that's no good off the front of the rim there by Jaworski. And that'll be a jump ball there between Sample and Knuch, as Mount Pleasant will regain possession yet again. Scratch that. West Mifflin will have possession of the ball here, I do believe. Scratch that. Mount Pleasant will have possession. Kaczynski to inbound here for the Lady Vikings. Tried to get into Jaworski, but Adams too quick there, bats it out of bounds. Knuch with the ball here. Knuch with the shot, and that's good for 2 by Knuch. Adams with it now. Over to Uhouse, back to Adams. Kicks it up to Murphy. Out to Sample, inside to Adams. Adams with the spin move. High layup, and that's good for 2. Fancy move there by Adams. Pushing the lead to 11. Kaczynski with the ball here. Inside of Jaworski. Brunson with it now, and Brunson good for 2. Vikings down by 9 now with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. Reed with the ball now. Reed driving, and that's a block by Brunson. And we'll send Reed to the line for 1 and 1. And for those of you who do not know what that means that West Mifflin is now in the bonus due to the amount of fouls that Mount Pleasant has, and Reed will head to the line for 1 free throw, and if she makes it, she will earn another attempt, and if she misses, then it is a live ball. Reed no good on that free throw, but West Mifflin gains possession right back there after that rebound by Adams. Adams with it now. Adams kicks it over to Uhouse, over to Sample. Tries to get it inside to Adams. Tangled up a little bit there. Mount Pleasant will regain possession. Brunson checks out for the Vikings as Kalp checks back in. Kalp with it here, over to Godzinski. 3:44 left in this contest. Jaworski with it in the corner. She drives. And Jaworski, no good on that layup. She gets the rebound. Out to Kanuch. Back over to Kalp. Inside to Kleka. Kleka with the move, and Kleka no good on that layup as the ball heads out of bounds. And that'll be a foul on West Mifflin. And the Lady Vikes will regain possession yet again. Knuts with the shot, banking it in, and that's good. And folks, if you're just tuning in with us, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings trail the West Mifflin Titans 50-41. I'd like to give a huge shout out to the crowd that we got here for the Lady Vikings senior night. Packed house. Sample with it now. She's fouled by Kalp, I do believe. That'll be the team's 9th, Kalp's 3rd, with 3 minutes and 7 seconds left. Uhouse at the line here for 1 and 1. No, scratch that, not Uhouse, Sample. Good on the first, pushing the lead back to 7. And no good on the second. As Kanuch gets the rebound there. Tuccarello heading the other way with it now, guarded by Jenis. Kalp with it, over to Kanuch. Kanuch over to Tuccarello, inside to Kleka, out to Jaworski. Jaworski with the shot, and that's no good for 3 by Jaworski as Murphy comes down with the rebound. That's a jump ball. Full timeout called by head coach Bob Perry of the Lady Titans. So, Katie, the Vikings seem to be coming back here a little bit in this 4th quarter late. What do you think sparked in the Lady Vikings as they try to come out with a dub here?
The Vikings definitely got more aggressive after the second half. They're really picking it up here in the 4th quarter. Looking pretty good.
Thank you, Catherine. Now back to the action, folks, as Sample has the ball here with 2 minutes 35 seconds left. Sample gets it in, tries to get inside to Jenness, and it's batted away by Kalp, but the Titans will have possession yet again here. Kalp with it now here up top. Jaworski over to Knuch. Knuch with the shot, and that's no good by Knuch. As Adams with the over the back there. And that'll earn Jaworski a 1-and-1 attempt here on the line. 2:10 left in this contest as Mount Pleasant trails West Mifflin by 9 points. And Jaworski got on the first, cutting the lead down to 8. Nice sound on that free throw there. And Jaworski no good on the second, but Kleka comes down with the rebound. Kalp with it now over to Tuccarello, and Tuccarello up and good for 2. Cutting the lead down to 6. 2 minutes left here, folks. Adams with it now. She's driving. Adams inside, and no good on the shot there. And Murphy tries to save it, but too late there as Mount Pleasant gains possession back again. Reed checks in for the Lady Titans as Adams heads to the bench. Kalp with the ball here up top. Over to Tuccarello. Outside Jaworski, stolen by Uhouse here. 1:40 left. Uhouse is fouled hard underneath by Tuccarello, and that'll be her 5th, and she'll more than likely head to the bench there after fouling out. Stanek will sub in here for Tuccarello. That'll be a timeout there. And good on the first there for Uhouse, pushing the lead to 7. And good on the second. Mount Pleasant down by 8 here with 1:35. Kleka with it. Kalp up top over to Knuch. Knuch with the shot, and no good on the shot there as Murphy has it now. Over to Sample. Uhouse with it now. I have a Mrs. Charles obstructing my vision here. U-House with it now up top. Minute 6 left. Do believe West Mifflin will try to run the clock out here. And that's a jump ball. A minute left now. As Mount Pleasant will regain possession here. Maya to inbound here for the Vikings. Kalb with it now. 58 seconds left. Jaworski, 56. Knuch up top. Over to Stanek. Back to Knuch. Jaworski in the corner. Jaworski for 3, and that's no good by Jaworski. As Kalb tries to get it in, but a little too late there. 43 seconds left. West Mifflin will regain possession now as they lead the Lady Vikings by 8 points. Sample with it, kicks it up to Jenis. 36 seconds left. Jenis weaving in and out of Mount Pleasant defenders here. 32 seconds left. Kicks it over to Sample. That's a hard foul there. Jenis will head to the line here to shoot 2 free throws. That'll be Kalb's 4th foul of the night. .30 seconds left here in this game as Kalb has the ball here. Kalb with the bucket there, 22 seconds left. Timeout called by head coach Scott Giacobbe with 22 seconds left. Mount Pleasant trails 56-49 to the Lady Titans. Jenis to inbound here for the Titans. Jaworski and Reed tied up there a little bit. A little bit of a football move there by Reed of the Titans. Jaworski will head to the line for a pair of free throws here, I do believe. Scratch that, 1-1. And Jaworski got in the first, earning her a second chance at the line there. And Jaworski no good on the second there as Murphy comes down with the rebound. 18 seconds left. And 15. Reed with the ball now, 12 seconds. And Clayco with the foul there. And Sample no good on the first free throw attempt there. Clayka earns her third foul of the night. And good on the second there, pushing the lead to 7 for the Titans.
I've seen worse.
10 seconds left here in this contest. And another foul by Knuch this time on Sample. Sample good on the first, pushing the lead to 8. As Cahuth checks into the game, sending Stanek to the bench. 7.4 seconds left here as Sample will attempt her second free throw. Sample good on the second. Kaup with the ball here, 7 seconds left. Knuch with the shot, and Knuch no good off the front of the rim there. And as time runs out, your Mount Pleasant area Vikings fall to the West Mifflin Titans 59-50. I will soon meet with head coach Scott Giacobbe for an after-game interview. Alrighty, folks, I'm Alex Cadillac alongside all of my fellow classmates and friends at Mount Pleasant area on the broadcasting crew, and this is our last goodbye for the basketball season, and we're out.